Hello friends and family, welcome back to Small Adventures. Steven here. Recently we did a run and my thoughts video on the Axial base camp. Today we're going to make a similar video for the Traxxas TRX4 Sport. Stay tuned.
Five minutes later.
Before we get started, let's talk about a couple of old friends here. These are some boots that I have had for years. Probably a decade or longer. They've got a lot of miles on them. I think it's Movado or something like that. I don't know. I can't remember. But I know I wore these when I would go hiking with my son when he was young, and we would take our original SCX10 Axials up in the woods. So I've had these boots for a minute, at least a decade, and they're getting tired. They no longer have the support and the traction that I need in the woods. So I'm going to retire these to lawn mowing duties. So I had bought my first ever pair of Timberland boots, that I can remember anyway. These are waterproof, which is important. They claim they have been waterproof since 1973, which I find amusing because that's how long I've been waterproof. So, you know, if you're going to do some trail runs, that means hiking with an RC, you got to have a pair of comfortable boots because your feet are important. And I'm actually pretty excited about this. First pair of hiking boots that I've bought in 12 to 15 years. We'll see how they do. So it's kind of a fun farewell, not really a goodbye to a pair of old friends. These boots have lasted me a long time. They've been comfortable. I liked them. They will be relegated to probably just lawn mowing. And hello to the new friends, and hopefully, weather permitting, we will get out tomorrow and explore some trails that I've never actually explored in our local city park. So, on with the TRX4.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
And just like I did with the video I did on the Axial SCX10 base camp, I'm not going to do an unboxing of this. Obviously, this has been ran. There are bukus of excellent content creators that have got excellent unboxing videos of this rig, so just put it up in your search bar and find it. I will put the specs up here so you can pause it and read them if you're interested. But I can tell you that I was really impressed with this truck. Let's go over the basics of it. This is an unlicensed body, just like on the Axial. I have heard a couple of people say, hey, this kind of looks like a Toyota Tacoma. No, not to my eye. It kind of looks more like, I don't know, maybe a modern Ford Ranger base model, four-wheel drive. This bumper, I do like this bumper. You've got a fake winch in there, and you've got a fair lead here to where you could actually put a winch in there. But, yeah, that dramatically impacts this approach angle, as I learned on the trail. One big difference is how you mount the body. There are no clips here. This is a clipless body. You just reach up in there and unclick it. And so you can see the mechanism there. You just kind of pull these out. This is actually waterproof, is what Traxxas claims, and I can attest to that. This truck was submerged. You've got the waterproof, it says right there on the ESC, the XL5 ESC, the Big Titan 550 size 21 turn motor, which had plenty of torque and power. You've got a servo on chassis, similar to the Axials. Got a center mounted battery tray, and I kind of like this. You just kind of clip it out, clip it in. Pretty simple. You do have molded in inner fenders, which are supposed to help keep the mud from getting up in here, but Let's just say it was pretty muddy that day. You have the Traxxas ID battery system. I'll get to that in just a moment. You get your receiver over here in a waterproof enclosure. This is the base model TRX4. It does not have locking or unlocking differentials. They're full-time locked. Single speed transmission, simplified version. You do have threaded aluminum body shocks, and they work well. Dropping mud everywhere. I don't think these are licensed wheels. I don't think anything is licensed on this, which is fine. These are plastic glue-on wheels and Traxxas brand tires. A little bit smaller than the Axial's Wild Peaks. Hold on, let's see if I can get them both down here. They are, looks like the Traxxas tires are just a little shorter, but they're also a little wider. See if I can do this one-handed. Let's see here. There's the front's clipped. And the rear's clipped. There we go. Nice suspension articulation. There is a little body rub at full extreme. Traxxas has their own ID system. And rather than snip that plug off and start soldering, I did pick up a Traxxas ePeak Plus ID charger and battery pack combo for like 130 bucks. Really happy with this little charger. It did fine. It has everything I need on it, including storage mode. Worried about the radio. This is reminiscent of the old TQ radios that I remember from the 90s. This is a bare bones basic radio. It is very reminiscent of the ones I remember from the 90s. Yeah, basically the only thing you have is throttle trim. No dual rates, nothing like that. Anyway, I had zero issues with this controller, and it kind of felt like an old friend. Very nostalgic for me. But anyway, you know, I've been sitting here talking a lot. Like our friend over at Far North RC likes to say, less talk, more driving. Same spot. And this is what I like about trail trucks. Get you out in the woods, get you to enjoy the weather. But it is hot today. It is wet today. Well, there you have it. I did come away from this very pleasantly surprised. I expected there to be a much bigger difference between the performance of the Axial and the TRX4 Sport. I expected the Axial to walk all over it. But I came away from this really impressed with how well this short, stubby little truck worked. I really do think that this is an apples-to-apples comparison, so I am definitely, in the coming weeks or months, I may try to get somebody to go with me, just make it a whole lot easier, but I am definitely going to do a comparison video between this and the Axial SCX10 3 base camp. I think they're just too close together, and I think it'll be a fun video. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Sorry it ran on a little bit long. I want to take a moment to thank each and every one of you who are watching, who likes, shares, comments, each and every one of my subscribers. You guys are the very best part of YouTube for me, and I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. So, that's all I got, guys. Hope everybody has a great week and a great weekend when it gets here. See you in the next video.
Hold up.
I love this show.